Well, plenty more to unpack on that shock announcement to close the Queensland border for 2 weeks to hotspot states. Emma Martin's partner, Hayden, was desperate to come home to Queensland. So desperate, he quit his job. His partner, Emma, joins us now from the Gold Coast. Emma, good morning to you. Nice to see you this morning. How are you feeling?
Morning, Karl. Yeah, we're going all right. It's been a pretty emotionally and mentally tough 24 hours. You know, like we had Hayden's flights booked and ready to come back after over 2 months down in Sydney. He was working down there on a government infrastructure project and was flying home every weekend until COVID hit. And yeah, it's like mentally, yeah, so draining on the both of us. Like we've had, yeah, back and forth, obviously. He was asleep being on night shift yesterday morning when I found out. So I had to break the news to him that he can't come home at the moment. Like, we just don't, you know, we don't know where we stand.
How did
the Queensland government won't even let our own residents home. It's crazy.
Look, I think there were people who landed yesterday on the tarmac and got turned around. It's very difficult. How did that conversation go between you two?
Like, well, you know, as soon as I found out, like, I just crumbled. I was so upset. You know, to make that decision to come home and, you know, leave your job and things like that. Like, Hayden was just gutted yesterday. He was just like, where do we stand? Like, what do we do? Like, how do I get home? There's no priority, nothing to, yeah, the Queensland residents. And, you know, it's, I read on, you know, like when they sent out to say the message that, you know, there's a pause on the interstate travel back into Queensland, like your right of entry is not allowed. Like, since when do we not have a right of entry to come home? Like, it's crazy.
Look, I genuinely feel you. The separation at the best of times is difficult. This is the worst of times in many regards. Explain what that feels like for those around the country who may not know what we're talking about here, to be away from your man.
Yeah, like, you know, we've done fly in, fly out for the last 6 years. Like, we are used to it, but we've never been restricted. He's always had that opportunity to come home. So, yeah, like, it's been tough. Like, the first 4 weeks we were like, yep, it's just like a fly in, fly out, a swing out of WA. But, you know, after that, we're kind of like, when's this going to end? Like, it's so expensive to come home to quarantine. And, yeah, like, he still has, he's paying rent here and also in Sydney. So,
hey, how long can you keep that going for?
Like, sorry, I've lost.
How long can you keep that going for? Oh, can you hear me? No, there we go.
Are you there?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, gotcha. Sorry.
Just change your batteries. No, don't worry, I need that too sometimes.
Yeah.
How long can you keep that going for?
Well, like, I think because, you know, he's resigned and he has to pay rent till November, like, but having no income and having to pay 2 rents, like, we can't do it any longer. Like, he needs to come home. It's
now, like, harder for Queenslanders to return home in their own country than overseas. What would you like to say to the Queensland government?
Oh, I would really just like to say to them, like, you like, Queenslanders are so, like, passionate about their own people, and why will they not prioritise us over interstate people moving to Queensland? Because, you know, like, we're coming home. Like, these people have homes in those other states, and, you know, like, not taking it against, like, it's been tough for everyone and lockdown's hard, but the mental health of people, like, that should be our #1 priority as a country, is mental health. Because this COVID is affecting everyone so bad. It's heartbreaking.
It is. It's awful. It's an awful, awful time in this country. Emma, thank you for sharing your story today. One of many that is going on across the country, and especially on that border right now. We appreciate your time today, and all the very best in the coming weeks, huh?
Thanks, Karl. Appreciate it.
Ali.
See ya.
Gee, it's tough for so many families, isn't it? Right across the country.